JW. I'm with the National LiveScan Association, and welcome to our 47th episode of 47 Cup here at LiveScan.Cafe. For those who are new to our streaming session here, we come to you live every Saturday morning, California time, to share with you a few tips, best practices, and nuggets to help you grow or enhance your business to the next level there, or even get us started there. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of things, 3 key factors you should consider when starting a live scan or even an ink card fingerprinting business. 3 things you should consider even before you even purchase your first equipment. It's things you should start thinking about ahead of time. Now, the purpose of this episode, because we get tons of calls on a regular basis, which we're here for that. Folks asking about how to get started doing fingerprinting in their area. And we notice sometimes they just want to get started yesterday, not really knowing what's involved. And it does happen like that. But something I want to share with you folks, even we all know it's a good industry to be in, there's pros and cons to everything that you choose to do. But some things you might want to think about while you're working on starting your business, things you should consider. The first one I want to talk about is, I'm going to take it to a different level here, not just the basic stuff. I want you guys to really understand we're here to help you grow and 10x your business in a way. So number one is branding your business. Even though you want to start a business, you should also start thinking about, okay, then how I'm going to brand it. Matter of fact, they might never know what branding is. There's so many different definitions out there. But let me try to summarize the best way I can. It's a way to identify your organization to the public. A way where they see a certain phrase, keyword, or some type of color, or some type of logo, or some type of things that you do that identifies with your organization. And that branding starts with you. It starts with you. Because you are the organization. So what you do out there, how you promote yourself out there, how you reflect yourself out there is really the first part of branding your organization. It starts with you. So yes, you want to start a fingerprinting business, but you need to start thinking about how you're going to brand yourself. How are you going to brand the business? You still got to get the equipment. It's a business investment compared to other organizations, other opportunities out there. Is manageable, but it's a business investment. But at the same time, you want to figure out why you're getting ready to start your business. You just can't think about the thing in front of you right that time you start planting seeds. How are you going to brand your business? So just say you got your ink cards, you got your ink pad, you got your fingerprint table, and you got your little fancy kit to go mobile fingerprinting on. Great. You're still waiting for the phone calls. You're still waiting for the connections come to you. You still got to figure out how to connect to folks out there where they can contact you for the service. You still get to let them know who you are, your identity. So don't just wait until you get the equipment or the products to fingerprint. Start planning right now. So while you're working to get started fingerprinting, start planting seeds on branding your organization. And for those who currently have a fingerprinting business right now, focus on how to rebrand yourself where you can stand out, be recognized, be remembered from your competitors out there. I hate to use the word competitors for other folks out in the industry because in your mindset and our mindset, and those who I helped work with in the past and training folks in the past, I don't focus on competition. We focus on domination. So don't just try to sit there and compete with somebody next to you. You have to focus on your own organization to scale it up. You're wasting time trying to compete. You're wasting time. Focus on domination, but at the same time, if you currently have a fingerprint business out there, think about your branding. Is it working for you? Do you get to rebrand yourself? Or do you even have a brand for your organization? So you need to focus on branding. That's number one. That's the key important thing. One of the key factors when starting a live scan business is branding your organization. Another thing is this customer engagement. How are you going to interact with your customers? What platforms do you have out there to engage with them? Are you engaged with them when they come to your location? What you going to do for engagement? If you don't communicate with your customers properly, you're not going to have returning customers. You're not going to get referral sources. You're not going to think, they're not going to know you in a pleasant way. So also you start figuring out what is engagement. Now, these factors I'm sharing with you are courses by themselves. They're already part of our training programs that we have through the National LiveScan Association. So I'm not going to go in depth about that. I just want you guys to start thinking about things you should be doing as you're working on starting your organization. Now, this is important stuff here. Enough to even give you my cup. And I don't see my LiveScan.Cafe cup, but I do have my water bottle here. So don't hate for this one here. Always the backup. And sometimes my mouth gets kind of dry because I like to talk. And this morning I was on the phone all morning chit-chatting with other folks. Sorry about that. Oh, well, thank you. All right, let's do that again. The LiveScan.Cafe show here. I got my Big J cup. Don't hate, folks. Don't hate. I know it come through. Good. Now, if you guys got your own cup for the LiveScan.Cafe show, send them to us. We put them on the show. We share them with you. All right? I got mine right here, the Big J cup. Only one Big J cup I'm going to show on the show. It's going to be mine, so don't hate. All right, don't hate. All right, let's go back to customer engagement. So you need to figure out what it is to you and to your customers about engaging with them. So you got the machine, you got your products, you started doing that there, you open up to day one, but you should start thinking about this stuff right now. Not just the branding, but also customer engagement. It's very important. How are you going to engage with them? What tools are you going to put in place to communicate with them? What tools are you going to put in place to give them feedback or answer the questions they may have? What platforms are you going to use where they could communicate with you? Are they going to communicate you on site? If so, how are you going to engage your customers on site? Are you just going to sit there and come straight to you, going to fingerprint them and kick them out the door? And that's it? Are you going to joke with them? Are you going to get some type of information from them where you're able to give them feedback and ask for feedback later on? Or even ask them how they hear about you. What are you going to put in place to engage your customers in a positive and effective way? Engagement. Customer engagement. Number 3, I'm going to keep this session here as short as possible for folks out there, is lead generation or sales funnel. Some folks see it 2 different ways. Some folks see it as the same thing. But let me summarize it the best I can. You need to have a system put in place where people could find you or give you the information or share yours with them. And then at the end of that funnel, everything comes on top of the funnel and it goes down like a little shape like a funnel, the sales funnel. And at the end, you get the customer service you provide to them. You fingerprint them. Well, how are you going to get them to go through your funnel? How are you going to get them to give you their information to offer the services? How are you going to make yourself out there for they can see who you are, their research fingerprinting, what you put out there for they can find you out there, hear what you have to say, read what you have to say, or even see what you're saying. See what you're saying. That could happen also. And they could come to you. You have some type of websites. You have some type of videos out there. You can have some postcards, some flyers, some announcements, some knocking on doors, wherever it is. How are you going to get folks to come to you? Referrals? What you going to do? How are you going to get them to come to you for the services? All these things you guys should be thinking about before you even start putting down large sums of cash flow to start fingerprint business. You should at least think about it. Have something put in place. I'm not saying you shouldn't get the equipment and start fingerprinting right next day, start making money. Some folks have been very successful doing that. Their lead generation was knocking on doors. But it has to work for you. That's good for your organization too. Now, I just want to keep the session short, like I said earlier, but let me recap what I just shared with you folks there. Branding your business. Number 1. And if you guys write this down, if you don't like it, you don't have time to write it down now, go back later on, replay the event here, the session, and write it down. This is very important stuff. Customer engagement. Number 3, lead generation, sales funnels. There are some states out there when you contact them to start your fingerprint business, they're going to ask you these particular questions also, something similar to that. They're not trying to really say you can't do it. They just want to make sure you know what you're doing, know what you're getting into. And the reason why there's a lot of hype out there online, how you can make X amount of dollars the next day, or it's very simple to get started doing this when they hear it, and you can make millions of dollars. Some folks done that, a lot of folks haven't. So they're not there to scare you guys, but just want to make sure you guys thought about those couple of questions we're sharing with you right now to make sure this is a good fit for your endeavors or also to scale your business right there. If you like what you're hearing, please share your thoughts. If there's other questions you may have, please share your thoughts. Just leave your comments below and we reply back with you. And also, if you like what you see in this live video session or the restream, please give us a thumbs up. We have a lot of content to share, folks, out there. We want to focus on mainly when we talk to you folks right now on what you need to hear and what you should hear and what you want to hear. Okay? But these three things right here is very important. Branding, engagement, lead generation. Now, we need to practice what we preach. We do the same thing. And right now, next session for cup number 48, we're going to share with you guys a brand new service we're sharing with the community here. And speaking of community, it's going to be at the website called LiveScan.Community.com. LiveScan.Community.com. Now, you're trying to get there right now. It won't be up to the public till like a week from this session. So we're looking probably like before Christmas 2021, it'll be up. And a lot more things we added to that community for folks for next quarter. So LiveScanCommunity.com. For those who are current members, you should be getting in contact with us very shortly. We'll be contacting you very shortly to give you a preview, a sneak peek inside the community, what we have for folks out there. If you haven't heard from us and you have an active membership with the association, and you haven't heard from us, let us know. We can see what's going on and get you inside the community there. Okay, then. And for those like know more about the association, to learn more about what we have for you, chat with us. Let's go to LiveScan.Chat. That's LiveScan.Chat. And there you get a free 15-minute call. At the presentation of this recording here, it might change down the line. But right now, we're trying to help a lot of people out quick as we can, as effectively as we can by receiving calls. We are getting lots of calls out to help folks out, but won't be like that forever. So please take advantage right now, if it's still available, by going to LiveScan.Chat for a free 15-minute call to speak to a member advisor to get some of your questions answered and see if it gets fit for you in your endeavors. All right, then. Thank you, folks, for joining us here today. Please feel free to contact us. I want to wish you guys great success and happy holidays. And in closing, there's 4 things I want to share with folks out there. Be safe, have fun, get in trouble, but don't get caught. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.